division of decimals of decimals. Division of decimals. This also has a certain rule that each one of us ought to follow. Everyone obeys that rule, and we are going to see how we come up. Division is different from addition, it's different from subtraction, as well as the multiplication. So what is the rule? So first I'll put a rule here. And I'll write it later, because I want us to understand this part. So, example. Example. Solve the following. It might be given numbers like a 0.25 divided by 0.05. Okay, another one, you may be given 1.2 divided by 0.2. You are expected to know how to deal with these division numbers, these division decimal numbers. You are expected to know this. And what you should be able to understand is that these, they come to anyone, and it's up to you now to understand and be able to figure out the way out of this problem. Now, when you're given a problem like this one, what you do is look at the values or the variables that are given. And when you look at this, you can write your solution here. You can write your solution here. Remember, I said at all times do not disturb the problem or do not disturb the question, because you may need it when you make an error somewhere. Now, when you have this, mind you, 0.25 is the same as 0.05. This is just the same. What is written on here is also equally the same as what is there. So don't get confused. So in this way, or in this case, what you need to know is these figures which are here, I've written them here. Now, you have to ask yourself, you have this one, or this number, you have also this number, you have this number, you have this number as well. So now, the question is, which number has got more decimal places? Which number has got more decimal places? Which number has got more decimal places? You are going to count how many decimal places. There's 1 and 2. Even this one has got 1 decimal place, 2 decimal places. So what you do is you convert now these numbers, you convert them into whole numbers. Remember what I was doing at first. You convert first these numbers into whole numbers. And after you convert these numbers into whole numbers, that's when you can easily find the solution. Now, here is how we convert this. So you multiply by 100 both sides, because you have 1, 2, And this one is, we said, is in tenths, and this one is in hundredths. So hundredths, you are going to multiply by the hundredths, or the decimal places that you have. You have put your 2 zeros there. Equally, because you also have the same here, you are going to multiply by 100. And obviously the solution for both is going to be, this multiplied by 100 is going to be 25, and this multiplied by 100 is going to be 5. And when you have these two, 25 and 100 and 5 down here, 25 and 5 down here, what to do is, you can simply divide. How many 5s are in here? 1. How many 5s are in 25? They are 5. Therefore, you have 5 over 1, which is the same as 5. You are done. You are done with that one. Hope it's not confusing. This is simple to most of us, but others obviously to be a little bit tricky. Let's try another one here. We have 1.2 solution, 1.2. I'll write it again in a similar manner, 0.2. 1.2, 0.2. I'll write it the other way around. I'll write it the other way around. This is the same as this. This is the same as this. So you write them like that. Now you ask yourself, that is where the tricky part is. That is where even the rule applies. To me, I call it a rule because you need to obey when you're using this route. You multiply by the decimal place, the large or the big decimal place that you have. Here we have one decimal place, we have one decimal place. You multiply by, since it's on the tenths, you multiply by tenths, even this other part by tenths. And then the answer that is going to be found here, we are going to have 12 over 2. When you multiply, this shifts to here. This shifts to here. So leaving this 2 and 12, just like that. And when we reach there, what you need to do is just the simple calculation, the simple division that you have, where you do like you cancel 2 here, 1, 2 here, that is 6. So obviously the answer is going to be 6 times. 6 times. Okay, let me get another example which has got two different place values. Like for example, I'll move away from here. I'll quickly do this one. You have a number where you need to solve. You have a number like you have a number 0.35 divided by 0.3. Okay, you have a number which is going to be given 0.35 divided by 0.3. What is the solution? So you write your solution down here. 0.35 divided by 0.3. Never mind, the decimals may be this pattern, never mind. it's not always that this is going to be in a straight line. They can be zigzag. It doesn't matter. Where it matters most is which part is supposed to be multiplied with. Remember, I said the one which has got decimal places, the number of decimal places that are occurring more as compared to the other is what is needed here. So we have the top number, or the first number here, we have 1, 2. The second number, we only have 1 decimal place. Here we have 1, 2. Here we have 1. So remember, you need to multiply by the larger. So here we have this, and you are going to multiply by 0, 0, which is 100. Equally, you consider this also. Please don't get 10. When you get 10, you make a mistake. When you get a 10 here, you make a mistake. When you get the 10, because this arrow is going to shift once here. This one is going to be 3, but still, this is going to be 3.5, which is not correct. Now, when you look at here, when you reach this far, what you need to do is now shift the point. The only sense of multiplying with to find the whole numbers is for you to shift the point so that numbers remain numbers. Now, here you are going to have 1, 2, which is 35. 35. You are going to have 35, because this has shifted twice. It's going to be 35. This also should shift twice. 1, 2. So here, it's going to create a 0, which is going to be 30. 30. Where is the 0 coming from? This has shifted 1, 2. So here it's 0, 1, 2. Here there's 5 and there's 3. That's why we've written like that. Here, 1, 2. So that is where now you need to easily divide. How many times can 30 go into? Okay, you say 5, that is 7 times. 5 in here, 6 times. So here you are going to write 7 over 6. You are going to write 7 over 6 here. And after you write 7 over 6 here, what you are going to do is you are going to divide now. How many times can 6 go into 7? It's going to give you obviously 1. And what will remain is 1 over 6. Now this is in a fraction form. Now if this is supposed to be taken out into decimals, what you are going to do is you are going to say how many times can 6 go into 7? That is 1, remainder 1. Now that remainder you are going to add 0. The moment you add 0, you are going to put the point there. The moment you add 0 to the remainder, you are going to put a point there. Now, how many times can 6 go into 10? It's 1 also. And the remainder is going to be 4. Now, into 40, 6 into 40, how many times can 6 go into 40? 6 can go into 40 6 times. Remainder, the same remainder 4. Now, 40, so you find that now these 6 will continue. If they continue, you can either put a point there, or you round it off to 2 decimal places. You round it off to 2 decimal places, and if you are rounding it off, it's going to be like this, and then here it's going to change. Remember, the topic of rounding off, when you round off to 2 decimal places, it's going to come here, and if this number is bigger than 5, is 5 or bigger than 5, then you can round off this one to 7, which is 7, like what I've done here. So, this is how we deal with division of decimals. This is how we handle decimals and the division of decimals. Remember the rule I said, convert decimal convert decimal numbers into whole numbers. First, begin by handling here the conversions. Convert, and then after you convert, you divide. That is all. Convert the decimal numbers into whole numbers. Both of them. If you're dealing with two, both of them, convert them, and then later on, you can now divide. This is where I will end, and if you have more questions or if you have any questions, please ask me. The numbers are just right there. Thank you.